Food. Grow as much as you can, as often as you can, and as long as you can. And when you can't grow it, buy the best that you can. Gardening do's. Use recommended varieties for your area. Choose vegetable varieties that are proven to grow well in your local climate. They will usually produce better harvests with fewer problems. Test your soil every 2 to 3 years. A soil test tells you exactly what nutrients your garden needs, helping you avoid wasting fertilizer and improving your plant growth. Apply fertilizer before planting. Work the recommended fertilizer into the soil before you plant so nutrients are available when your young roots begin to grow. Add compost or organic matter regularly. Adding compost improves your soil structure, feeds beneficial soil organisms, helps sandy soils hold moisture, and improves drainage in heavier soils. Plant according to your frost dates. Know your average last spring frost and your first fall frost so you plant each crop at the right time for your area. Examine your garden often. Spend a few minutes walking through your garden every day as much as possible. Trying to catch problems early makes them much easier to fix. Inspect the undersides of leaves. Many insects and their eggs hide underneath leaves, so checking them regularly helps you spot problems before they spread. Keep the garden free of insects, disease, and weeds. Healthy gardens stay productive when weeds, pests, and disease are managed before they get out of control. Remove diseased leaves promptly. Prune off diseased leaves as soon as you notice them to help prevent disease from spreading to healthy plants. Encourage beneficial insects. Grow flowers and flowering herbs near your vegetables and avoid unnecessary insecticides. Beneficial insects like ladybugs, lacewings, and hoverflies will help keep many garden pests under control naturally. Plant flowers for pollinators. Flowers such as zinnias, cosmos, marigolds, and sunflowers attract bees and butterflies that help pollinate many vegetable crops. Use mulch. Apply 2 to 3 inches of mulch around plants to conserve moisture, reduce weeds, keep soils cooler, and help prevent soil from splashing into the leaves. Water deeply when needed. Water enough to soak the soil about 6 inches deep so roots grow deeper and plants become more drought tolerant. Water the soil, not the leaves. Aim your hose or watering can at the base of the plant instead of the foliage to reduce fungal diseases and save water. Harvest vegetables often. Pick your vegetables while they're young and tender. Frequent harvesting encourages many crops to continue producing longer. Support tall plants early. Install tomato cages, stakes, or trellises before plants get large. It's easier on you and the plant. Rotate crops each year. Avoid planting the same vegetable family in the same location every year to help reduce diseases and insect problems. Clean gardening tools after each use. Wash dirt from your tools and disinfect them if you've been working with diseased plants to help prevent spreading disease. Keep a gardening journal. Write down planting ideas, varieties, weather, and harvest results. Your notes become one of your best gardening references. Have fun with your garden and enjoy it. It was a wise person who first advised that we need to stop and smell the roses, and that advice works for vegetable gardens as well. You're putting in time and energy to let new life thrive. Be sure to take time to enjoy your garden. Make it a habit to stroll around the garden, check out everything that's new, pay attention to what's happening, look at the tiny tomatoes that are forming, the pollinators that are buzzing around your squash blossoms. Maybe the hummingbirds are visiting your garden. Part of the joy of gardening is the daily discovery of what's new, beautiful, and interesting. You will have many rewards and benefits if you take time to enjoy your garden. Before we go into the don'ts, please take a moment and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so already. Doing so, it really helps this video reach more people. Thank you. Gardening don'ts. Don't rely on varieties not recommended for your area. It's fine to try a new variety, but test only a few plants first until you know it performs well in your climate. Don't let tall crops shade smaller plants. Plant taller vegetables on the north side of the garden whenever possible so shorter crops receive plenty of sunlight. Don't plant too closely together. Crowded plants reduce airflow, increases disease, and making watering, harvesting, and pest control more difficult. Don't overwater. Too much water can cause root rot, encourage diseases, and wash nutrients out of the soil. Don't water late in the afternoon or evening time. Wet leaves that stay damp overnight create favorable conditions for fungal diseases. Don't water a little every day. Light daily watering encourages shallow roots. Water deeply when needed instead. Don't place fertilizer directly against seeds or roots. Always mix your fertilizer into the soil or place it where it will not burn tender roots or young seedlings. Do not over-fertilize. More fertilizer is not always better. Too much nitrogen often produces lots of leaves but fewer vegetables. Don't allow weeds to become established. Pull weeds while they're small. Young weeds are much easier to remove than mature ones. Don't leave bare soil exposed. Cover bare soil with mulch or living plants to conserve moisture and reduce weed growth. Don't leave ripe vegetables on the plants too long. Harvest ripe vegetables promptly so many plants continue producing new flowers and fruit. Don't save seeds from diseased plants. Some disease can survive on or inside seeds and infect the next year's garden. Don't compost diseased plants unless your compost pile gets very hot enough to kill diseases. Throw diseased plants away instead. Don't leave fallen fruit on the ground. Clean up dropped fruits and vegetables because they can attract insects, rodents, and diseases. Don't depend only on the calendar. Pay attention to soil temperature, weather forecasts, and growing conditions, not just the date on the calendar. Don't store leftover diluted sprays. Mix only what you'll use at that time. Most diluted sprays will lose effectiveness over time and should not be stored. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.